Hello, 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 how is everybody? This is John Mason. Tomorrow is Mother's Day, and that is a time we pay our respects to all the women in our lives, our mothers, and our wives, and our girlfriends, and our sisters, and every other woman we come across. Happy Mother's Day, ladies. And if we want the best for the women in our lives, we must protect their reproductive rights. There are all these states going around that places the most onerous restrictions on abortions. Like, you can only have an abortion after so many weeks before you even know, the woman even knows that there's a fetus inside of her. And you remembered Katie Britt, the senator from Arkansas, who had this very bad case of ham acting after Biden's State of the Union address. Is that the best the Republicans can do? Well, anyway, she has this bright idea of a database. She's proposing this bill that would establish a database for all women who are pregnant. Hello, 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 John Mason. How is everybody? Hope you're all well. Where do I begin? Let's review the week. Sunday was the Trans Day of Visibility. Trans communities throughout the country celebrated being alive, being themselves. And I wish them well. And April is Arab American Heritage Month, and a month to salute all the people of Arab descent who have made this country great. But you wouldn't hear about those things if you went on Google Calendar, because Google Calendar has eliminated any mention of ethnically based holidays such as Juneteenth or African American History Month or Women's History Month or LGBTQ Pride Month. And this is where it gets personal for me. The Jewish events and holidays have been erased, such as Holocaust Memorial Day and all the Jewish holidays like Passover, which is coming up. And why? Why are they taking these steps to eliminate any mention of anybody or anything that isn't white or Protestant? Let's be obvious about it. These are events and holidays commemorating people of either of color or was formerly part of some sort of outcast group or out group, you might say, who stood up and say, "We matter. We're significant. We're important. We help build this country." And I have to say, racism and homophobia and anti-Semitism do play a factor in this. We're expendable to them. That's the thing is about racists and haters in general. They wish their targets, the formerly subordinate classes they used to dump on. They want the chance to dump on them again. And to make sure they don't. And if they if we commemorate their accomplishments to this country, people of color, women, LGBTQ people. That means they're of value. If you take away their history, they're an easy mark. People will think they contributed nothing. But they have. Have they ever. They contributed to a hell of a lot more than did the orange ogre, the tangerine tumor, and the billionaire class who supposedly developed and built this country, and they don't mention the millions and millions of workers that were imported to this country, either as slaves or semi-slaves, or underpaid and overworked, working in most horrible conditions. If we assert our history, then their narrative is false. I hope I'm making myself sensible. And I have to give a shout out to Cory Booker, a senator from New Jersey, standing on the will of the Senate for 25 hours, beating the record of the notorious Dixiecrat segregated Senator Strom Thurmond. Standing Booker stood there for 25 hours arguing against the Trump agenda, talking about the people Trump is hurting with his kowtowing to Musk and his Doge boys. Way to go, Booker. I'm glad to have you as a neighbor. And the good news out of Wisconsin and Florida, one of the Democrat candidates in the special elections in Florida on the 1st, he lost, but Dave Villamont, was running in the 1st district, won. And the Democrat in Wisconsin running for the state Supreme Court, she won also. And also in Louisiana, 4 constitutional amendments were being pushed by the governor that would have set the state way back. All 4 referendum questions were defeated. And that's something to celebrate. Every little victory helps us to attain the big victory. And I have to say something about the 4 soldiers, 4 United States servicemen, who are on a training exercise in Lithuania, close to the border with Belarus, and they were found killed. I don't know the details. And the Lithuanian people and government paid them their respects. And they brought the bodies of the soldiers home to Dover Air Base to give them the proper honors. But what does our Commander-in-Chief do? He goes playing golf at Mar-a-Lago. This man he has no respect for our armed forces. But tomorrow, April 5th, will be the whole country will have hands off our bodies demonstrations. It'll be protests against the Trump agenda. If you're in Philadelphia, the demonstration will be on the north side of City Hall starting at 12 noon. I'll show my face in a place, and I hope you will too. That's it. Now, advertisements. All this work I do is work. With my blog and my website and my podcast and my YouTube channel and my poetry and my fiction. It's all work. I pay money to get on these systems to get my word out. And as a worker, I need to be paid for my work. And hopefully, and also raise it to a higher level. Raise all this work I do to a higher level. So, I would greatly appreciate it if you get on my website, johnomason.com, and hit either the PayPal button or the Buy Me a Coffee button. I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks. And also my novel, Soldier of the Cross, is available on Amazon.com. It's the story of David Lucas, who, as a young man in the early 60s, is a drunk and a horror chaser and a school bully. He gets in trouble in the army. He comes out of the army a born-again Christian, a fanatical, manly man for Jesus, just wants to serve Jesus, but how he goes about it leads him into disaster. Please pick it up. Soldier of the Cross on Amazon.com. Soldier of the Cross. And also, Hemperific is a lovely little CBD product store located on Snyder Avenue near 15th Street in South Philadelphia. There you will find some of the finest cannabis-infused products. Gummies and candies and flour and teas and drinks and lip balm and hand sanitizer and dog treats. Dog treats. Look them up, please. HemperificLLC.com. And also my beloved career and business coach, Michelle Snow. Michelle is excellent in helping you develop your professional career or small business. Let you know what you're doing right, where you need work, and help you network with other up-and-coming entrepreneurs and professionals. Please look her up. growwithsnow.com. Well, the fight is on for our freedom, Americans. And we do have our victories, as I have outlined to you. And all these little victories will add up and bring about one big victory against the Trump, Musk, MAGA regime. We got this, Americans. We can do it. Okay, I bid you have a good weekend. Shabbat Shalom. Bye.